Hello and welcome back to David Wickham RC. New subscribers, I welcome you. Well, I kind of wanted to show you on I run the WYK carburetor. It's 197. It's for the 43 on up to 50 cc. I will tell you this won't feed a 50 cc motor. A little hard feeding the 54 with what we got. But I will show you, these are kind of like on a Chevy Holly carburetor. These are the metering plates more or less. And you got your fuel setups on the back side where your needles and seats are on the back sides here, and then your diaphragm goes on here. And then you have over here, you have where these there's holes in here for your pump for your diaphragm. This is your in here, so the diaphragm are up here, then the actual needle and seats right about in here on this side over here. So these jets here, they don't come out, and what we did was I need to give that 54 a little bit more fuel. So what I did was, if I can get this on camera or not, it's going to be too bright. The one on the right side, you can see it's been drilled bigger than the one on the left side. Drill it to 1/16, and this one here is smaller than a 1/16. Like I said, I don't know if you can see that hole size difference. I know you might be able to see it there. Kind of angle it back and forth, but this one right here will feed a hell of a lot more fuel on this metering plate than it will on this metering plate. That one carburetor that's meant for the 52 and 47 cc motor, the one the EPA carburetors as they call it. I don't like that thing at all. It has no adjustments whatsoever. This one's got a low and this one's got a high on it. This is actually a pretty good carburetor for the 47. I will tell you, don't overmix your oil in your fuel. I think that's the problem with an issue that I've been having. I usually make a gallon of fuel. It usually lasts me 3-4 runs on these cars. I mixed it 25 to 1. Can't adjust it out on higher RPM. And if that's due to too much oil because it was smoky, it was coming out the tailpipe, I believe it was too much oil. I think these motors need to run 50 to 1. So that's what I'm going to mix in it. I put on the side of the level it said to put 8 in it, and it's 50 to 1 is only 2.5. To me, that's a lot of damn oil. So that being said, we're going to run 50 to 1. I'm going to run this bigger plate here on the 54, and we got a new carburetor coming for the 47. And other things that happened, Sunday we went and ran, and on here you can see the inside of the scratching in here. The car was actually trying to drive in gear on one of the clutch bolts. Backed out. I usually use red Loctite. I don't use the way box in it, and didn't put any red Loctite on it, and it backed out. So those will be getting red Loctite. I can probably save it and put it back on the 47, but I got a new clutch coming for the 54. It's a double spring red performance clutch. We're going to be using that, and I think all we're going to be doing is just using the coil on the 54 and get the 54 running, and take the cover off of it because the 54 don't have any cooling pins on it. So I think it'll cool just fine. That's more the bigger performance-oriented motor. Like I said, didn't feel any air coming out of that way or anything on it, so that's where we're with that. But on this one, with the fan on it, you can feel all kinds of air down here. That one video that I had was Hello Can She Go? I had the 47 on it. I had built a cooling shroud for it, and it actually worked pretty good on the 47. But yeah, we're going to be doing that, and I got a roll cage set up for building a PVC pipe. It's going to be for the GTI body that I'm building. I don't know if y'all seen the GTI body. There's the little GTI body I built. I'm going to glass it here pretty soon. And other projects I've been working on. We built this little microjet, the wing jet. It's got a little hook on it for like a rubber van, and it had two rudders on it today, and I tore them off. And we flew it a couple of times, and about the third try after I tore those things off, man, this thing really flew well. So I'm going to build a little bit bigger one of these, and we're going to put 2 servos on it and a receiver on it and see how it flies just as a glider, and then if we can get it to fly as a glider, then I'll put a motor on it. But that's what we've been doing with that. We worked on the surfboard today. My buddy Christian come over and we did a little bit of work on the surfboard. There's the surfboard way up there. I gotta tilt the camera way up there. Kind of goofball. We resealed the bottom and the back on it, and did a lot of good work on it. I mean, we're not far from water test on it. We're going to be doing. Gotta get a couple more fittings for the exhaust. We're working on a couple of fittings for the cooling shroud. I mean the cooling thing on the sleeve, because it's water cooled. Make the mount for the exhaust and the throttle thing, and we have a disconnect for the engine, so that way if you fall off of it, it'll actually break off. Sorry for my little stutter. I'm just kind of out of it and kind of losing it in my old age. I'm going to be 47 here next week, and I feel like I'm just getting a little older. My dad's going to laugh at me, but yeah. But I just want to share a couple things I was working on. I'm still going to be working on that 12-volt AC air compressor thing. That's pretty neat. Oh, another thing I did is I have a 5-speed GTI, and I put my cane on the bottom side of my leg today, and because I only have a little stub on the left side, most of y'all noticed, and put the cane from the bottom side of my leg on the clutch, and I drove the car just like I had a leg. No big problem, no deal. So my buddy Christian was really enthused with me on that. He said that kind of inspired him to work on his cars. So anyhow, this is Dave with David Wickham RC and Projects. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll keep this wonderful content coming, and y'all have a beautiful rest of your day. Later, guys.